All right, the good news is my bear is still intact, and 40 yards that way, the bait was hit again. So that's kind of best case scenario, I guess, for us. So what we're going to do here is we are going to skin this bear, and we're going to take some meat off of it, haul that back, and I'm going to show you how to make a really good fried bear loin recipe. That's really good, and it's threatening rain here, so hopefully we can get this thing skinned pretty quick and get it out of here. We've got 3 guys working together, so it should go pretty good. And then hopefully tonight Dave and Virgil will have bears in front of them too. We have a second bear, another chocolate even bigger than this one, that is on this bait, and then we got another chocolate that just showed up on the bait that Dave's been hunting. So you know, we got multiple bears that are working the baits, and some in daylight, some in dark, mostly in dark. But you know, we're not done yet. We got 3 more days to hunt. We have to leave on Saturday, and so we're hoping for some more good action here. So thanks for following along, and we'll see you down at camp with some bear meat.
I'm thinking, hand it back like this. If you can just go through the barn, I'll try to watch your saw.
Okay. All right, I've got a piece of this bear loin here, about 1 foot long, and I don't know, it's probably 1.5 pounds or so, and I'm gonna try to feed 3 guys with it here. And I got Virgil and Dave that have promised me they're not gonna make faces when I cook for them, so it should be fun. And I'm just gonna show you this really quick, easy recipe to do some bear loin that's really, really tasty. Okay, I got the silver skim trimmed off. Now I'm chunking this all up into small pieces, about the size of your thumb. Try to get most of the fat out of there. You don't have to get all the fat, but the majority of the bigger chunks of fat we've got to get out of there. I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. And about 3/4 of a stick of butter. Now, this is bear camp, you're not on a diet. Ooh. Virgil says make sure they know this is South Dakota butter. Alright, so the butter's hot and crackling, but not brown yet. If the butter turns brown, it's burning, so. Spread it out good, and all we're going to do is really get this crispy and brown. We're going to make sure it's cooked brown all the way through. I do this sometimes with beef and venison and stuff, and sometimes it's medium rare in the middle. With bears, you have the threat of trichinosis, so make sure that it's brown all the way through. And Lowry season salt. And Virgil made up some brown rice, or rice with brown gravy to go with it. Bear loin nuggets, I guess, for lack of a better word. A little rice with brown gravy. All right, boys. You told me you wouldn't make fun of me. Now remember that.
That's got good flavor.
It's
Very
really
good.
good. It's chewy.
Yep.
I don't know if you cook it longer, if it'd be a little more tender maybe, but wow, it's really got great flavor. If you know people who say they don't like black bear, try this one on them. It's really good.
Very good.
All right, well, we're not done making videos here. Dave and Virgil still don't have a bear. We got some bears on the baits. 6 chocolate bears that we've seen, and we've only shot one of them. So that means we got more work to do. And
one milling around me last night.
yeah, Virgil had one around him last night, but he said if you had a rifle, you could have shot it. But it never did commit to the bait. And the bear on your bait, the brown sugar, I call him that because he's sweet. And he came in half an hour after you left. And then we've got other bears that are somewhat irregular, so we'll be making some more videos hopefully. Well, before I end this series, I wanted to give you a rundown on what the past few days looked like since that last segment of the video where we ate the loins from that bear. We worked really hard. Unfortunately, neither Virgil nor Dave got a chance at a bear. Unfortunately, the bears just completely went nocturnal. Other than one bear that we got on camera, it was a nice big chocolate bear on the Cabin Creek bait. He came in at 4 o'clock one day in the daylight, and he fed for about 15 minutes, and then he left, and he never came back. And several days of hoping that he would come back and we'd get another chance at him. We never saw him again, so that was really strange. The bait that sat for 6 or 7 days without getting any bears on it, and then finally got one bear on it, that bear was totally nocturnal, and then boom, 2 days before the end of the season, a great big giant slob just moved in there, and he is huge. And he fed for, I guess, the last 3 days of the season, and we hunted him, but he never came in the daylight. So unfortunately, we didn't get any more of the bears, but we learned a lot. And I'm going to do 2 more videos. One is going to be on the strategies that we use, the thought process for locations and types of baits and scents and things like that. And I'm going to do a video just on that to help you if you ever go. And I want to explain the things that we learned about hunting in the mountains and how it's different than, hunting in the other areas in the Midwest and the boreal forest where we've hunted before. And the second video that I'm going to do is I'd like to walk you through the complicated process of Wyoming's archery bear hunting and the non-resident bear hunting system. And it's really convoluted. I don't know of any other state that does it anything like this, but the registering of square sections and purchasing of licenses and then the registering of the GPS coordinates of your baits and the specifics of the types of barrels that you have to use and so forth. And they've got some really different regulations that are different than anywhere else I've ever hunted, and I've hunted in a lot of states and provinces. So I want to do a video just to kind of walk you through the process. If you ever want to go to Wyoming to hunt, you're going to want to see this video because it'll really simplify things for you. So I want to be, as I close here of this 7-part vlog, I just wanted to thank you so much for being a part of this. I love doing this. I love the hunting and sharing it with you and the people who come and view these videos. I'm so grateful because YouTube is a small income stream, but it does help me be able to do the things that I love to do, and I do love sharing them with you, and I love hearing your comments. And so from my heart, I just want to thank you for being a part of this. And we're going deer hunting next. I'm also going to be doing some bear baiting in Minnesota coming up here in the next few weeks. I'll do a video on that. There's lots more stuff coming. Thank you so much for following along.